All right. Good morning. Good morning. Let's get this open here. All right. You guys should be able to see that now. Let me move this over. So I got chat. Perfect. All right. We will see what we are going to look for today. I do need, before I do anything else, let me get this open. Perfect. Where is this? Okay, that's good. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. Let's get this. Matthew, good morning, man. How are you? All right. So SPY drops once again. Probably won't have anything here. Yeah, probably nothing. I assume the same for Qs. Yeah. I mean, unless we get back up here. Then maybe we could look at TLM, but that's about it. IWM. We're closer to TLM for sure. I just don't know if we'll get back up there. I do have decent structure. I don't love having a little bit of supply there, but if we can move up this morning, I wouldn't mind it. I'll put that there for now. Apple. It's a weird one. Obviously a little more bearish recently. Would I care about that if it was TLM though? I don't know that I would. Good to hear, Matthew. Q, good morning. Harley, good morning. Or top of the morning, my homies. It's quite the introduction, Harley. Tube, good morning. How you guys doing? Yeah, Kevin, I'm kind of thinking the same thing, but it's just so bearish. That's what I don't know. We have had 4 good days in a row, but we've had like 3 weeks of red. That's tempting. I'll watch it. I probably won't trade it. Alex, good morning. No worries, Harley. Lou Flicks, good morning. Aaron, good morning. And credit card bank stocks are back to goodbye. I also agree. Have I bought any? No. Will I buy any? Probably not. But I do agree. Goog. That looks like a good TLM play. Put that up there. I'd much rather trade that than Apple. PLTR. Again, still a little more bearish, I would say. And we'd have to pop out to the upside first. I'd really want us to open like here, personally. We'll throw that there, though. Probably more bearish than anything, which means we don't really have anything to trade on that today. Amazon. Wow, this thing dropped off bad. $6 swing. There's some demand there. It's kind of a weird one, but it is there. I wonder if we'll get anything off of that. Rufus, good morning. AMD put. AMD put. I don't know. We kind of got above this supply yesterday, which I don't love. But if we're going to short it, we would need us to like bounce off something. But with that gap down, we're not really doing that. That's the tricky part. If we had like this, right, and then that had gone into supply, and then we had this open, sure. But with how it stands, probably not. Then you look at pre-market activity in your eval. You look at pre-market activity in your eval. My eval for what? Oh, you're talking about like, I gotcha. You're asking if I look at pre-market like movements. I don't. I just look at regular trading hours. That question really confused me, but I got you now. Yeah. No, I don't look at pre-market stuff. Harley says, by the way, I've read this morning. Nice, Harley. So here does rule on Trump's tariff this morning, if it was legal or not. I believe they do. I believe it's at like 10. So should be interesting, assuming they don't delay it again. China Customs was told Janela. I did see that. I did. Can you teach me why? Why I don't look at pre-market stuff? I just don't need it. That's it. I get everything I need from regular trading hours. Penalty looks like it could jump either way. Yeah, that's kind of how it's been recently. Unfortunately, NVIDIA has a little bit of demand right here. It does look like we're going to open inside of it again, which is not great. We did have some demand here as well. I just don't like where we're opening. I've also been leaning a little more bearish recently. I'll probably stay away from that. Remark and after hours use a domain injection for movements during hours. Yeah. I mean, the only thing you might get from them is like understanding where like your pre-market highs and lows are, which I know some people use, but for me, it's just never really affected my trading. So I don't need to give myself something extra to look at if it doesn't make me a better trader. I think Hood's been pretty bearish recently, right? Yeah. We're gonna have a demand here. It's not really gonna have anything for us. Wow. I didn't even realize Meta fell off that much. 626. What was our lowest here? 580? Wow. 627. I don't want to buy more Meta. I'm not gonna have anything to trade on it today, but still looking. Microsoft still bearish. Actually, almost. Yeah, we're almost gonna break these recent lows in November. We're very close to that. I just wish we had one supply zone. I haven't found one supply zone on Microsoft we actually bounce off of. It just goes down every day. TSM. I mean, we just don't have. This thing went straight up on Friday or Monday. Didn't stop. I mean, we don't really. Only kind of demand we have is down here. Wow. Okay. Oracle. Decent run up recently. I still don't know if I would consider it bullish, but it's had a decent run up. Is there anything I really care about here? Not really. If this was a little bit cleaner of a supply, maybe. Outside of that, probably not. Looking at put on Fiserv. Don't know if I'm reading it correctly. Let's see. Don't let me forget that I was on MU. That's not what I wanted to add. There we go. Looking at what? Put? I don't know if I love shorts, to be honest. Kind of consider that trend a little more bullish than anything. The only time I'd really take shorts here would be like coming back up to like 68.20 at the supply, or like kind of the 70 area. It's the only time I'd really take shorts on it. MU. That's what I was on. Supply yesterday. Could look for a break of the low at 465, then enter in a retrace. End of the day, 30-minute supply. It's not that. To me, this is just not great. It's just like this is a supply zone, right? That big move after this just isn't comparable. So, Oracle, same thing, but close day inside 30-minute supply. Could look for a break of the low of 200 and turn a retrace. I think Oracle is going to be kind of the same. I mean, Oracle, I mean, has a little more to it than Microsoft, but I still don't like it. It's just not that big of a move. That's the only problem. Can you explain why, please? Why I think that stock is more bullish? Yeah. It's going to be really hard to comprehend here. I'm going to go into some real big technical analysis. Right. Must I say more? Does this make sense to everyone? We have 34 people in here. Does everyone understand why I drew this out? Why I say this is bullish? Makes sense, Harley? Okay, good. Alfred says yes. Higher highs, higher lows. Exactly, Lori. Q says yes. Matthew says yes. Kevin says yes. There's over 30 of you in here. So I'd like to see a lot of you say this makes sense or yes. Chris says yes. Harley, higher highs, higher lows. John says yes. Diana, very good point. Breaker structure to the upside as well. Correct. KMB says yes. Rufus says yes. Yes, that's about, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's about half of you that are in here. So does the other half get it? Joel says yes. Austin says yes. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I'm going to keep that on there just in case anyone asks me about it again. That's the drawing that I have. All right. As for MU, probably nothing. Too trendy yesterday for TLM, more than likely. As bullish as I think that is, I'll probably stay away. AVGO, only supply we're in has been hit before. We're going to open below demand, it looks like. This one's already been hit, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, stay away from that. Coin is up. Why is coin up? Of all things. Man, look at that reaction off that gap. Wow. Man, that's a really good reaction. But my question stands, why is coin up? Shift in structure. Bitcoin had 96K yesterday. Meet, good morning. I'm not a coin believer, but I love trading it. It's a very fun thing to trade. Tesla. Again, we just can't. Like, I would have loved if that screamed short to me. We close here. Is this a 30-minute supply? Maybe. Maybe. Am I going to play it? Probably not. I just don't know if that's enough for me. We need like a really good break here. And then a retrace up. Like it. Am I really going to play off this? It's not that big of a drop. It really isn't. I'm going to put it up there. Just Supreme Court decision. Yeah, I believe it's today at 10. I believe. Don't believe it, but I'll make money on it. Exactly. Yeah. That's how it goes, man. What's the major difference between the supply zone on Tesla and the one you traded off of PLTR yesterday? The one you traded off of PLTR yesterday. Dude, my days are so screwed. PLTR yesterday. Let's see. I don't know. Let's take a look. PLTR yesterday. What did I trade off of? This was Tuesday. What I trade off of this yesterday? I think that's what I traded off of, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I trade off of this. Does that look like my trade? Yeah. Kat, good morning. So what's your question? What's the difference between that and the Tesla one I drew today? Not much. I mean, just to be blunt with you, not much. I didn't really like it yesterday. I don't really love it today. It doesn't mean I won't trade it. It's just not my favorite set. It's not my favorite sort of zone. What was the other thing we were looking at today? What was the other one that we were just looking at that had a similar supply? Microsoft? Was that what it was? Microsoft is so much weaker though. I just don't like that Microsoft one. Not a single bit. But it's similar. I'll give you that. I just don't really like it. But you know what? Let's do this. Let's draw this out. Let's put this here. And let's see what it does. Let's just see. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would have like really tried to over-explain it to confuse you as to why those two are different or why I was trading off something similar yesterday and not today. In reality, dude, I didn't like it yesterday. I don't like it today, but I will still trade off of it. So, but no, ask as many questions as you need. I didn't even realize SoFi ripped at the end of the day yesterday. Huh. Also, sorry if I'm talking a little weird. I have a cold sore on my tongue. I woke up with it this morning. It's really throwing my speech off. I don't know why. It's like the worst spot. Interesting on SoFi, by the way. Hymns. This thing is so bearish. Jesus. The golden days. This was a $68 stock. The golden days. All right. Probably nothing today. In reality. Ooh, Netflix gapped up. It's not really anything I'd trade off of, but I do find that interesting. Walmart's probably nothing. We're gonna open too high. Too much about. The one I care about the most is gonna be Goop. We do have a nice demand here as well, so I guess if we came down to the gap, we'd have a trade as well. I think I'd prefer us to stay up, but it doesn't look like we're going to do that. It could look at something like this on PLTR too. Actually, 45 minute. Good look at that. I still think I would have preferred TLM up here, but we can look at that. I probably won't trade Amazon today. We did technically get a new low, so I guess if we break that high, we could look for a trade. We're just gonna have some supply in the way. Ooh, IWM. Look at that open. Ooh. I like that if we can work back up. Hopefully we don't just follow this guy. I shouldn't even be drawing this zone on Apple. But I'm going to. Wow, Tesla fell off. Okay. We don't really have demand. I don't even think this matters anymore. That's such a fall off. I don't even know if I'd want to trade it on a retrace, in all honesty. Still don't love this zone. But if we can break lows, get a good close, I don't mind it. Goo comes down to demand. PLTR doesn't break lows. Why is that reversing? Okay, Amazon's going to go through demand. We will have, I guess, a 45 here. Would be our next thing. And if the thing goes below 240, that is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. IWM doesn't stay up, which sucks. Okay, Apple's just... Wow. What a candle. Why did that rip so much? Did Apple get news this morning or something? So confused. Put salt on it? Yeah. I gotta do something. Gook coming down to demand. Oracle hit demand. Yes. Gook hit demand. Problem is we don't really have a good place to get in on Goog. It's just gonna be tough because I guess we really couldn't get in until we broke this high. Probably. It's gonna be tough. I said that's gonna be tough. Oracle hit demand. I don't care about Oracle demand. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I mean, it's just the least amusing thing to me. Oracle demand is genuinely one of the last things I would trade today. Okay, what the hell is going on here? Why did this rip? There's nothing there. Why are Apple and PLTR ripping? Microsoft doesn't even break lows. I wish this opened up lower and then we bounced off the gap. That would have been nice. PLTR ripping, yeah, it is. It is indeed. You've got a really good reaction. We still have anywhere to get in. I don't understand why this ripped. It had to have been news or something. I just don't get it. Google looks like it's pushing down more. Amazon don't know what to do with itself. Apple, I will not fall for your tricks. I've seen this story before. Will not fall for this. I'm not getting in on a retrace here. No shot. No shot. I'm not playing this thing long. Not a chance. Nothing really we can do on Microsoft. What's this have? Technically already hit that. Nothing. Probably nothing again. Nothing again. Nothing again. Nothing again. MU is probably way too bullish for us to short. That's way down. It's fine. This is weird. Yeah, I'm just not falling for this. Not a chance. Let's see. Does anyone know if we are for sure getting today? I assume we are. CarMax ripping. I heard 10 a.m. I just don't know if that's true. I've made an AI deal with Google. I saw that. That was like 2 days ago. So I just don't know why I would rip up today. I don't know. Everyone's saying 10 a.m. Scott, what's up, man? What'd you miss? Not much. Very weird price action, but listen, guys, the Apple trade makes sense if you really want to take it on a retrace. I'm not falling for this. I just don't believe the Apple hype for today. Same thing with PLTR. There's just no way I'm entering those. Not a chance. There's a credit card. I just don't know. It was like right at market open, it ripped, and then it's just weird because nothing else really ripped outside of PLTR. It's a pretty decent structure, actually. Apple will probably work out. Just can't take it. It's not my forte. Is there anything else that's like making? This is going right into demand. That doesn't even make sense for me. Nothing else is really making like any big moves that are tradable. It's the big downside here. The PLTR is just done. I mean, there's nothing to trade there. So we can take that off. I mean, Amazon might be tradable, but we'd still have to come down a little bit. IWM would have been really good for TLM, but I think it's just too low now. I guess there's a world where it comes back up, but Apple, I'm not going to trade, but I'm going to keep it there. Tesla, we would need like a $5 swing. I just don't see that happening. It's kind of the same thing on Microsoft. Like I'll keep them there, but I just don't see a world in which I trade that. I guess this is looking more like supply and demand play more than TLM. Just don't see a world in which any of these set up. Okay. You took it? You took what? Apple? Is that what you're saying? I would assume so. It's working a hood, TLM short, but price hit demand zone. Yeah. That's exactly why I did not take it. That demand in the way is going to cause a little bit of issues. Man, I just... Okay, so it will be a 10. All right. I don't think, in all honesty, I don't think I'm going to trade anything today. But what I will say is this should be interesting. This should be very interesting. And the market's definitely selling off in prep for this. Nope. See, Apple, I knew it. I'm not falling for your games, Apple. Too many times I've done that. I believed in you. And you haven't come through for me. Everything else, though, the hood rotated fully. Surprised. Yeah, I don't see a world in which I trade anything. Wow. Jeez, no. Big sell-off happening. Wow. Yeah, not a great day for the market so far. What happens at 10? It's the Trump. There's a Supreme Court decision on Trump's tariffs, whether they were legal or not. I never trade Apple or SPY trading it. I think that's fair. I really enjoy trading Apple. I like their contracts, but it does move very unpredictable sometimes. So I can understand why you wouldn't trade it. Can I do this? No, I can't. Why would I be able to do that? Can I do this. Thanks. Thought that was next week. It'll be a mess. Yeah, should be. Look at it every day. It never goes on my trade list. Never looks good to me. I mean, to be fair, I haven't traded Apple in a while. I don't even know. When was the last time I did trade Apple? I traded once in December, kind of early December. And then once in November. And then I didn't trade it for the 2 months before that. So, yeah. Apple trades are pretty rare. What is this? Why are we... Okay, so it's not everything. It's far from everything. Why did IWM rip? Spine keys are still pushing down. TSM coming back up. Wow, coin. Of all things. Of all freaking things, coin. I mean, IWM might move back into TLM here. Again, not that I'm really interested in trading it, but might do that. I'm talking all that crap about Apple, and then it's going to end up working. Just watch. IWM sometimes trades contrary to SPY. This companies benefit from lower rates. 10 years down on day so far. Could be why. Look at you. Bean trades. Coming in with the big knowledge. Bean trades 526. I should be more specific. Kind of sucks that Microsoft and Tesla dropped as much as they did. And obviously like the whole market dropped, but I would have really liked if those retrace at some point. Oh, it's Alec. Gotcha. This is my YouTube account. Why is your YouTube account Bean Trades, Alec? There's got to be a backstory there. Got to be a backstory there. Damn, coin is... What in the world? What a move. We don't really have... don't really have supply in the way either. Long play for retraces. Thought his nickname is Bean. Gotcha. Fair enough. No trade for me done for the week. Anything positive, then negative. I respect it. Man. I'm gonna probably just see what the ruling is at 10. I think that'll be interesting. Just want to see how much the market moves. That's really the only thing. me see. This, that's fine. Is that 10 Eastern? Yeah. Yep. So about 8 minutes, we should get something. Something, I hope. Good bounce from demand. Man, the market just looks so ready to just dump. It really does. I will say, though, if they rule in favor of Trump, which I guess is a possibility. I think it's a small one, but it is a possibility. I think the market will love it. But if they do what most people think they're going to do, oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. It's not going to be fun. Fun at all. So we will. I do need, not that. I need this real quick. That I can get rid of. Why is... I don't know why that is... Weird. Okay. Companies that sued, right? Stock should go up. I'll tell you, with anything like this, I want to put a ton of logic into what might happen. I think there's going to be a lot of panic souls. But we have to wait and see. We got 5 minutes. 5 freaking minutes. The viewer count keeps fluctuating like so much. I don't know why. It's very odd. But it does say we have 42 people in here. So if you're in here and haven't said anything, now's the time to do that. 5 minutes until Supreme Court decision. We'll see what happens there. And you know what? If you are in here, let me know what you think is going to happen. Do you think they're going to rule in favor of Trump? Do you think they'll rule against him and say it's illegal? And maybe even, what do you think that's going to do to the market? A lot of good questions today. I, for the record, believe this is going to be not a great day. So if I don't believe it, rule against and up. Really? That'd be a plot twist. Yeah, that'd be a plot twist. Zach on a YouTube channel for my podcast. Good morning. It's Zach on the YouTube channel for my podcast. I don't know what you mean by that. But if you are calling me Zach, first thing, you spelled Zach wrong, unfortunately. Zach spells it with a K. And second thing, I'm not Zach. So that really throws a wrench in what you said. How does I think retail stocks will do well if they rule against Trump? Companies that are suing want to get tariff money back. That's fair. That is fair. M. Mac, good morning. Been away for a while. Nice to be back. Nice to have you back. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Dear Zach. Yeah, isn't your normal one like Zacharoni something? I think that's what it usually is for you. But I know who you are. I gotcha. The viewer thing is really weird. It keeps going between like 45 people, and then it goes down to like 29, and then there's like 42 people, and then I go down to 31. So I don't know if you guys are just like opening and closing your YouTube app, but it's fluctuating way more than it typically does. Zacharoni pizza, yep, that's the one. That is the one. All right, market is still dumping. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Goog dumps. Amazon's holding demand pretty well, actually. Apple, see, I just wasn't gonna fall for your games. I've been there too many times. I'm just gonna take Microsoft, Tesla off. I'm gonna take Apple off. I guess I'll leave these on. I really just kind of want to watch SPY, see what it does. Bots could be. Need to leave YouTube to my trading view. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's fair. He's going to dump and roll against. That's what I think too. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. Well, it definitely seemed like it was going to dump, and then I mean, nothing really changed. For the day, I hope it's up. That's about it. Fair. Didn't really get anything. I haven't seen anything yet about a decision. Let me try this. Knowing them, they're probably just going to postpone it again. All right. Well, I thought we'd get a little more than that. At least a little more panic or something, but just doesn't seem like we are. I see these types of news events without MarketWatch or Yahoo Finance. It's really any way I can get it, to be honest. As stupid as it sounds, a lot of times I just go to Twitter and find someone that's live on there that's either streaming it or relaying information, whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, anyway, I can get it. I'll find it. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Again, I don't think it's a great day to trade anyways, just with kind of the anticipation if it does happen. So yeah, I think we'll what stock should I trade? Yeah. That's about what Twitter consists of at this point. And I will not call it X. It's just Twitter, man. But yeah, market didn't really do much. So I think we'll just call it there and call it no trade day. Not much movement. Really hard day to trade if you were looking to, in all honesty. Yeah, so we'll call it there. So I will, Freedom Team guys, I'll see you Friday. And then the rest of you, I'll see you guys Wednesday. So appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day.